Hello, hello, hello. This is Gresh from the CBNation.co podcast. I have a very special guest back on the show today. I have Anatolii Ulitovskyi on the show. Anatoly, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, big pleasure to speak one more time.
Yes, absolutely. Anatoly's doing so many awesome things. So what I want to do is just read a little bit about Anatoly before we jump into the interview. You can hear about all the awesome things that he's working on. So Anatoly is founder of SEO Quick and unmiss.com. He contributes educational marketing content on YouTube, LinkedIn, and marketing blogs. Also, he's a former guest of episode number 1276 of the IMCO podcast. And I've also had the opportunity to be on his show, and he's honestly a wealth of knowledge and information. Has over 13,000 subscribers, I think, on YouTube. And whether it's digital marketing, SEO, and I can go on and on and on. Anatoly is the man and the person to kind of speak to. So, Anatoly, are you ready to speak to the community again?
Of course, of course. Always, always. I love it. I love to share something new, valuable. So, any questions? I'm ready.
There we go. Well, let's get it started again. So, for people that want to learn a little bit more about you and your story, and we'll let you get started. Can you take us through what I call your CEO story? We'll let you get started with all the awesome work you've been on.
I think I started my journey when I graduated from university. So, I got this great education in finance niche. Then I worked in three banks, commercial banks, got small salary, not good for the students, but then I decided to open my business because I found the gap, marketing gap in this field. I knew the field and I grew my company, financial company, for great success because my salary like increased in 30 times in 6 months. That was good success. In 2008, the world crisis destroyed my company completely. I didn't have experience how to overcome such obstacles. I didn't have knowledge what to do. Even worse, I got a lot of debts, like 3,000 average salaries in Ukraine, a lot. And I spent like 5 years to get all of them back. But I learned how to do it. I learned how to overcome obstacles, how to go ahead, how to be patient with results. Then I started my digital marketing agency because I had some online projects and I decided never get back to finance. I don't know why, but yeah, it's my new journey about digital that was trending, and we got great success. Today we pay so much attention to AI to create content with AI, great content. We got mentions on CNN, Bloomberg, Dow Jones, many great websites because I have great clients in investing trading niche. And yeah, I help them with PR, with content creation, with many processes. We also help to predict crypto prices by using AI. It works well. So yeah, it's my
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah, you're doing all the things which I absolutely love. It's funny when I was looking over at your YouTube, I think I saw, you were talking about AI like a year and a half ago before everybody, was on the chat GPT and all those things. So how have you been able to kind of, I guess adapt and change with these times and all this, disruption and these things happen? Obviously, I know you mentioned the overcoming obstacles. It seems like you've been able to kind of master that and be able to kind of pivot and change and to kind of see ahead of what should be.
I think it's important to adapt faster than anybody else. So I love reading news. I love learning trends, and in marketing, it's very important because marketing is a quickly changing world. Today something works, tomorrow it doesn't work, and I got such obstacles many times, challenges. So we completely changed many strategies. And for example, today, I think almost 100%, I can't say 100%, but almost 100% can use AI in marketing and content creation. But according to data, many niches still ignore AI. 25% of all niches use AI. And if we compare to marketing, it's significantly less. And I spoke with my two brothers. They are working in accounting and they don't use AI. They have good money, can earn a lot of money, but don't use AI at all. So I think in marketing, it's very important to adapt faster than your competitors. And we see today a different picture. when people lose jobs because of AI. Marketers lose jobs. I don't remember exactly the number, like 5% of people lost their jobs in content creation, in writing. And I think because these people didn't adapt fast, it's important to do it. And if you have your experience, if you know how to use AI, you never lose your job. You can get much higher results. And in my company, we stopped cooperating with translators, with editors, because AI can do this job much faster, much better. Quality is great. We edit a lot of press releases to get mentions on Business Insider. We translate to Japanese, Arabic, Turkish languages, and it's hard to explain about how it was hard before, because today I don't need to hire people to manage them, to explain how it works. I can use the right prompts. For example, if I want to translate the text to Japanese, I can ask, please consider mentality of people in Japan. Simple, it works well. So I think I love marketing because we need to learn and adapt faster than in any other occupations.
Yeah, that it makes so much sense, and it's funny. I feel like every time I hear or have conversations around AI, there's this quote that comes up. Is like you don't necessarily lose your job to AI, you lose your job to people that are leveraging AI. And I feel like that's a lot of
Yeah.
what you're speaking about and talking about. How have you seen, or what have you seen, like how your ability and how you serve your clients, has that shifted a lot with AI? Like, can you take us through a little bit more on like what that looks like? I know you have your YouTube, you have different sites. Can you take us through a little bit more on like how you're making that impact?
Yeah, I can explain more, and I even can share how we get a lot of traffic, a lot of sales. And I think we paid so much attention to blogging before AI. Today, I'm not sure about the future. I know that many people can tell now AI can't replace Google, but I use AI today more often than I speak with my wife. For example, I ask on ChatGPT questions, more often than my wife. For example, I decided to search on Google, uh, can I use Tesla with autopilot in Florida? I got a lot of pages on Google and spent time, and I couldn't find the answer. I asked the same question on Bart from Google, and I got answer for a few seconds. It's the same with many other requests. I love this format, and even today I can use more often AI tools because I get replies faster, quality replies, and I don't need to waste my time to learn all content. And long questions work much better in AI. I think chatbots can still some content marketing because we paid so much attention to blogging. We wrote a lot of blog posts, but if AI can steal it, I remember when people complained about Google that Google can steal content to show in future snippets, but AI can steal without even linking to you. Google at least link to our content, but AI just steal to share, to rewrite,
And make
and
it
we
their
don't
own.
know. Yeah, the resource. So I think it's. Dangerous animal if you're talking about growing your brand, but we can find the way, and we found the way. We help to create simple tools, calculators. It's hard to compete with multifunctional tools, but I can't say how much possibilities to create simple tools, calculators like weight loss, but we pay more attention to forecast, crypto, to convert cryptocurrencies, and so many tools. For example, uh, let's talk about divorce. In the US, you can find a simple calculator how to count money that husband or wife needs to pay. Uh, but it's simple. If you create this tool, you can help 50% of all people in the US who can divorce. Now, very simple idea. And I found that in tools, we still need a lot of tools. In AI can't replace tools. AI can replace blog content, but AI can't replace tools. And I think it's important for businesses who want to grow and find the way how to get traffic. They need to pay attention to tools and something that AI can't replace. But even more, you can use AI to create great tools that we usually do.
Yeah, that makes so much sense, and actually feel like my wife actually probably uses AI more than talk to me. So you guys probably have that in common more than anything else. But with that being said, is that something that you do to kind of help out clients? Are you having those conversations and helping these brands, these businesses, these organizations start to really think about these are simple things that you create, not that can't be replicated by AI, but can be used and supported probably, I imagine, by AI. Do you have those conversations? That a little bit on how you serve the clients you work with?
Yeah, of course, 100%. I usually lead my clients in the right direction. For example, when they came to me, I need SEO traffic. I wanna promote these high volume keywords. I analyze, spend some time, and tell no. We can find another way, much better way, and I can show case studies. I can show the way how we can achieve it, because most clients are not familiar with AI. Probably they got from news, and many of them don't know about trends. They just learn generic strategies, best practices, but it doesn't work. For example, if I see that my clients have a strong site with filming, I tell them, okay, let's film short videos. It works well on TikTok, on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels. You can get great results on YouTube Shorts. If I see they're great with writing, okay, then we need to pay more attention to create brand awareness than to think about SEO traffic. So I usually search, analyze, and find the way where we can to go, considering strong side of my clients, weak side of their competitors. Even big companies have weak sides, and a unique selling proposition. It's important to know customers. For example, I help one online game to get a lot more traffic in the niche when they never thought to do it. We just translated content to Chinese language to cover over a billion people.
Mhm.
Okay, not over a billion people, but a lot of people in China, and we got a lot of traffic. That was simple to do it with AI. So we use text that we had on website, translated, and got results, because when companies pay so much attention to English language, of course it's great niche. You can earn a lot of money, but it's competitive. It's extremely competitive. If you translate to Arabic, Turkish, Chinese, at any language, it's low competition, almost nothing. You don't need to promote, to have hard promotion to get results on these niches.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate you breaking that down and giving those, practical examples because the word I had actually written down was the opportunity. And I think that more than anything else, it sounds like, this provided a lot of opportunity. You speak and you talk a lot, I imagine, with your clients on these opportunities and how potentially to leverage that. Do you feel like that's part of like what kind of sets you and your brand apart and makes it unique? Is it your ability to be able to kind of see the forest for the trees, to be able to say that, hey, this is an opportunity and this is how you can do things on even a simplistic way to be able to kind of help impact and help people. Do you feel like that vision and ability is part of like what sets you apart?
I have long strategy, short strategy, medium strategy. Right now, we are developing our AI tools. I can't say that I'm going to spend so much time with consulting. I usually cooperate only with big clients who can pay a lot. So I have no time to help all clients. I usually deny, because we have our projects that we need to finish to complete, and all of them are related with AI. I help some clients who can pay a lot of money, because for me, uh, it's better to bring results to a few clients than to help 100 clients. It's a lot of job to explain to, but if you pay attention to specific clients, you can get great results. And some customers even share revenue when they get results. So yeah, it motivates, encourages me, to go ahead. It motivates them, okay, let's do it. But if you wanna get great results, motivate me. Yeah, it works well for both sides.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You create that win-win opportunity because you have the
Mhm.
opportunity for them to know that you're invested and you also to know that they're invested as well too, because they're giving that win-win, opportunity, for the business. And it kind of sounds like you have been able to, build your brand, build your business. And I mentioned, and I forgot to mention as well on your YouTube, you do provide a lot of free information for people that might want to learn more that they could kind of learn from too. Is that correct?
Yeah, I usually cooperate with great experts. For example, I had podcast with Neil Patel, with Brent Wishkin, Craig Campbell, Lily Ray, Jeff Coyle, Fabrice Canel, many great marketing experts, well-known experts. And we even go deeply. For example, we created the course together plus 20 well-known experts helped me to film videos for this course. We wrote a lot of great lessons. And I love to build community with great experts who can be much better than me, because I often can feel that I'm jack of all trades. In my company, almost everyone can beat me in one side, with skills, with knowledge, but they can't beat me with my energy. I can work on Sunday evening, on Saturday night. I don't care about the time. I love what I do. But I like to cooperate with great people, with great experts, to find benefits to both sides. And for example, I got a lot of great lessons for my course from great experts without even paying to them. I paid for someone, that's okay. It's part of the marketing, but someone wants to create brand awareness when they got how many students we can get. So we cooperated on this way. I think it's beneficial to find some solutions. Uh, yeah, and I filmed some videos for my personal YouTube channel. I usually ask other experts because of my pronunciation. I'm working on that. It takes time to improve it. But when you build relationships with great experts, you can cooperate with them in many different ways, and most of them publish on search engine journal, search engine land. They can write press releases for me. Yeah, so it's part of the job to build connections.
Yeah, connections and relationships, and that's where tremendous opportunities come from, and those opportunities could be today, could be down, in the future. So absolutely love that. So I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to ask you for what I call a CEO hack. So this could be like an Apple book or a habit that you have, could even be something AI. But what's something you feel like you lean on probably more than anything else that can make you more effective and efficient?
um, I think I can tell that only I have this character, but for me, it's important to love what you do, because almost all results demand patience. You can't get overnight success. And when someone can tell why I need to use SEO if I can get results with paid marketing, okay, show me. Show me even one company who got results for a night with paid marketing. It takes time to analyze, to fail. And I know companies that can lose like 500K with nothing to get zero leads because they've got this feeling. It doesn't matter what kind of content you create, you need to be patient. And most content creators give up. They give up because they don't like what they do. For example, I love playing basketball. I can play basketball, and I'm not waiting when someone will pay money for my hobby. It's my hobby. People watch TV 6 hours a day. You know why? 6 hours a day because they love it. They pay for movies, for shows, and if you love what you do, you can be patient, and you don't care about results. You don't care about likes, comments, traffic, sales, because you can overcome others in some time. You can overcome. You can find what actually works, and I think I can assume that my strong side is to I think management. I love learning almost everything, but I am so bad with that. When I started press releases, I wrote a bunch of press releases. I failed with all of them, with all press releases that I wrote. But I learned how it works, how to write press release, how to distribute them. Then I hired great people who can do it, and I can write great press releases for almost any niche, investing, trading, marketing, because I cooperate with great people who can write them, who can distribute them and get great results. CNN, Bloomberg, Investopedia, many great websites because of knowing the process. And only one way: love what you do.
Yeah, I appreciate you breaking that down. The quote is the secret to the overnight success is it takes 10 years. And I think you don't do things for 10 years unless you love them. So I appreciate you sharing that because it's not that you have to love what you do in order to do something, but it's that when you really want to be great and be an expert at something, it takes so much time and energy and the repetition of doing things that you want to love what you do because that sometimes is the only thing that's going to fuel you through kind of seeing it through.
Yeah, and one important thing is to research, to spend time with research. Of course, it's important to test, to experiment. But if you spend more time with research, for example, I see when companies create content strategy for a few days. But if you spend a month, for example, you can find places with marketing gap. You can find where you can fill this gap. Uh, you can find what competitors can ignore, and to jump 100% with that. So spend time with research, to analyze. We have many great tools. You can check manually. It's important to bring something new on the table, then results will come.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was Abe Lincoln has said if I had to cut something, I would measure seven times and cut once rather than
Yeah.
cut seven times and then measure once. And I think that when you start to realize that, that's where that opportunity comes in because you're starting to look at things and you start to say, okay, we could focus more on this. We all have limited resources, so being able to kind of focus those resources on that thing that is the opportunity is absolutely huge.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And it's important, don't build high expectations. Whatever happens, don't build it. I always build high expectations and I fail, but it doesn't stop me. No,
Mm.
I recommend to, if you are sensitive with that, then, I can fail. I failed many times. I lost my company to get a lot of debts. I spent 5 years just to get all these debts back. I worked 7 days a week, 24 hours, just to bring all these debts back because of stupid mistake. I got uh, a proposition to sell my company. I denied because company brought a lot of money, and then the world crisis destroyed this company for 2 months. And yeah, that was a big mistake to invest everything that I had, and even to take these debts. Uh, and yeah, I just wanna tell anyone. Of course, it's important to test, to experiment, but you need to have some fun. I learned from that. You need to have some fun. We don't know what kind of future will be. I know uh, well-known marketing experts who lost money, 8 figures, with nothing. Uh, but it's important to have Plan B, to have some fun, and keep going ahead. Even Elon Musk failed many times. Mark Zuckerberg failed with virtual reality. It doesn't matter what can happen. It's your experience. Learn from that. And if you don't want to make it so expensive, test before doing something.
Yeah, absolutely. You quote unquote fail fast, but fail inexpensively is probably the biggest thing, and that's time and money to be able to do that. And this might be part of like your CEO nugget, but I'm curious, like when you're in that, and I failed as well too. So and failed many times. When you're in that space where you know that you did it wrong and you know that you're in the right spot, like how do you get out of that, that ditch that sometimes you feel that you're in? Like could you take us through like what ways you were able to do that to say, okay, this is just an experience, it's a lesson, and I'm able to kind of go from there?
I think because of experience. When you have experience, you're not sensitive with failure. But when I was young, when I lost company and by 5 years hard to get all this money back, all debts back. Yeah, I was sensitive. I was stressful about that. I learned about Elon Musk when in 2008 and 9 he couldn't sleep well because Tesla and SpaceX were almost bankrupt. So,
Mhm.
but he learned from that. I'm not Elon Musk and far away from that. I'm not going to achieve a moon, even if I want. It's hard for me because it's not my direction. But anyway, I think you need to prepare yourself that something can happen. If you don't build high expectations, if you have reserve fund, just to know that it's not like the future that you wanna build. It's unpredictable. We don't know. I was in Ukraine when the war started, so I was there for 2 days, and nobody knew. Of course, yeah, we got some forecast that it can happen, but if you pay attention to one specific direction, you have no time to read news. All news are terrible. I usually don't read them because I know if I read all this terrible news, it impact my well-being. And today I pay attention to my job to get more money and even to donate this money for other people. But I usually don't read this news. That is why when in Ukraine the war happened, when
Mhm.
all these Russian missiles hit, um, it's hard to explain what you can feel on this time. It's so terrible, and we still have this war. And yeah, just wanna tell that we don't know about the future. I have no crystal ball, and even if I have, it doesn't work. I tried with crypto. I felt crypto will go up. It went down. So we don't know, but just to be prepared and don't build these high expectations.
Yeah, I love that. I appreciate you sharing that. Obviously, glad, that you're okay. Obviously, it's a crazy and challenging time, but I appreciate you sharing that just because we don't know what's going to come tomorrow. And I think that if we, have those high expectations, we're not having fun. Sometimes we're robbing ourselves of that present, the what we have right now, and how we can kind of, test out or try any idea, research idea, whatever it is. But I think if we're so worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, then we're kind of robbing ourselves of the gift of today. So thank you so much for sharing that. So I want to ask you now my absolute favorite question, which is the definition of what it means to be a CEO. We're hoping to have different quote unquote CEOs on the show. So Anatoly, what does being a CEO mean to you?
I think when I'm CEO and founder, I have freedom. I have freedom what I need to do. I love my job. Probably if you're a CEO and not founder, you have some limitations. I don't know, but I never got such position. But when you are founder and CEO, you have this freedom. You can spend time with your family. You can work in something that you like, that you love. Uh, you can do something that makes you happy. And I remember when I started one project because of chasing money. That was a huge mistake. I never recommend to anyone to do it. And but I found the marketing gap. I decided to fill this gap. I hired a big team. I invested a lot of money. And after 3 years, when I got the feeling I hate Monday and love Friday,
Mhm.
I left this project. I quit. And that is why I usually tell it's not wrong to give up if you hate it. We
Mhm.
Everyone makes wrong choices. 70% of people hate their jobs. So if you hate your job, just leave it. You will never regret. You can find something that you like and do it. Jump on that. For me, it's important to have this freedom. It's important to do something that you I like. Uh, yeah, it's my feeling about founder and CEO.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. And, the quote is, find something you love to do. You never work a day in your life. And I think
Yeah,
that we
Mark Twain.
sometimes, exactly. And we forget that we have that freedom to be able to kind of make those decisions and do those things. So I appreciate that definition just because I think sometimes even when we think that we don't have freedom, we do have freedom to do certain things. So it's just a perspective and awareness to be able to take that action. So I love that you've been able to kind of do that. And
Yeah.
now I want to ask you my kind of last question, which is just if there's anything additional you want to let our readers and listeners know, and of course how best they can get a hold of you and find out about all the awesome things. And of course, if you have any more wisdom, AI, marketing, business, anything from here or there that you would love to share with us, would love to hear that too.
Yeah, of course, of course. I have something very important. I can feel it. Um, AI can help a lot. I don't know if Terminators will kill us or not. We'll see. I don't know. But I know only one thing. Uh, you still need have the experience. Companies still need people with experience. So if you ask me to use AI to create great content about accounting, about weight loss, I can't. I fail. But someone who have experience with weight loss or accounting or any other niche, they can create high quality content. Uh, you still need to have experience how to write quality text because you can edit results. You still need to get experience how to write prompts. It's not like to take best practices, but if you have experience in your field, then results will come. So focus, 100% focus. Take away anything that are not related. Don't try to be jack of all trades. Just focus in one specific niche, craft your skills, hone your skills, get results, then think how you can adapt AI. The, in this way, you can beat anyone in one side. But if you think that AI will help you without skills, you're wrong. You can't do it. So I recommend to anyone to learn about one niche and adapt with AI. Then you will be fine at any things that in the future we will see.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we've been talking about before, you can't necessarily control that future, but I love that part about experience because again, you can't take away the people's experience. And as AI creates or does whatever, we want to make sure that people have the experience to be able to say this is right or this is in line or this is not. And a lot of times, the people that have the experience are going to be the ones to be able to say that.
Yeah, Gresham, it's a big pleasure. Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
love your this chat. I love this conversation. You're so great. I recommend to anyone to listen your podcast. It's valuable. But if you listen, then do something.
Yeah.
If you learn without doing, you can't get results. You can learn everything, but most experts, great experts like Neil Petel and Ren Fishkin, they are practitioners. They practice more than learn.
Yeah, absolutely. You see that in sports and everywhere else. And I also know another great podcast and somebody doing awesome things, which is your podcast, sir. Could you let us know how best to get a hold of you, subscribe to your podcast, find out about all the awesome things as well?
Yeah, the best way, open my website, unmiss.com, unmiss.com. Yeah, stay in touch with me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, but please write the message that you uh, learned about me on this podcast, CEO podcast, because I usually don't accept just connections. I get a bunch of them every single day. Have no time to check all of them. But if you write the message that you learn about me here, yeah, I would like to connect and to speak more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, to make it even easier, we're going to have the links and information in the show notes. To remember, put in, you heard about Anatoly from the IMCO podcast. So, Anatoly, always a pleasure, my friend. I appreciate all the awesome things you do, things that you share as well, too. And I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Take care.